our most viable comparison is actually Pink Floyd. We are on Pink Floyd and blah blah blah. We're completely different sound, completely different everything. But from a what was I? How would I describe it? What would be the mood that you would be in when you would really enjoy listening to TBG? I think it's the same that you would be in for Pink Floyd. So that's where that comes from. So I am debuting for your listening pleasure our song Gulf War Syndrome. Just got finished. Wanted to hear what it sounded like in the car anyway. So, Gulf War Syndrome. Let's see, it's probably not connection. Nope, not connected. Come on. Alright, now we're ready to roll.
Are you ready for another conspiracy theory? That's nothing if not true. Especially people
We're starting. Mary, yeah, did you listen to it yet? Here you go.
Are you ready for another conspiracy theory? That's nothing if not true. Especially people my age or near me with friends or family made to lose their lives that were removed or just screwed, both up and down. While the excuses that are used prove the same clues that I found to be the blame that's on the brown people, as it always is when the shame that's underground hides the evil that persists to this day involving kids. But today it's called Epstein. As organic as plastic, as scripted as a scene from a liquid TV dream. We need an eon flux capacitor persistently between our genetics and the massacre that speaks to how these bastards hurt children for their entertainment. And Franklin was a masterwork, like how the lead investigator's plane went down like an embankment after it fell apart mid-air. Something turned it into pavement, and it's obviously unfair that Gary Caradoni's kid was there. He was only 8 years old, and since his briefcase disappeared, the story just went cold. They gave us Gulf War Syndrome. They made you come with razor blades. They gave us Gulf War Syndrome. They think you're dumb enough to play. They gave us Gulf War Syndrome. Ones who gave us AIDS. They gave us Gulf War Syndrome to keep Franklin in the shade. Gary Caradoni led the team, investigating Lawrence King, a coffee-colored man, the cream, allowed to rise and dance and sing the national anthem at their thing. They loved to tell him, step and fetch it. He kissed the wall in every ring. The Franklin Federal Community Credit Union was where he was embedded to steal $38 million. What really got his pork chop ready was being a villain in power. And Gary found the powers that would nuke the entire scheme. Pictures featuring Larry the Coward breaking children's dreams as the sound of those kids' screams went all the way up to the top. Yet everyone, it seems, got off like being celibate is something so irrelevant they just fucked everyone. The room had so many elephants that their skeletons were all stunned, and like melanin in the sun, these monsters tanned so many eyes that their integrity was done with Gary's crash on the 2 weeks later, they decided, never mind the missing evidence. So when Gary Caradoni died, so did the story's relevance. They gave us Gulf
What's up, man?
War Syndrome. They made you come with razor blades. They gave us Gulf War Syndrome. They think you're dumb enough to fail. They gave us Gulf War syndrome. The same ones who gave us AIDS. They gave us Gulf War syndrome to keep Franklin in. Unfortunately for them, the Goy asked too many questions, because when things just don't make no sense and we notice misdirection, we tend to call out the infection with a penchant for detection. We saw they broke the law, then we mentioned how their henchmen gave the impression their intention was to lessen the chances they're caught. Their aggression's indiscretion was the lesson being taught, and although each session's bought and paid for with our taxes, their expressions had us so distraught they made everybody ask if they can cause plane crashes, then pass it off as accidents. Are the transcripts just a synapses making masses become passionate that the brass is all compassionless and always telling us lies? We've mastered being the last to give a fuck about the prize that we get for closing eyes, and by August 3rd, weeks later, the Gulf War was then supplied, and the Desert Storm was tailored to cover up the favors while the story disappeared. The Epstein Pizzagate Franklin Savior lives inside your mirror. They gave us Gulf War syndrome. They made you come with razor blades. They gave us Gulf.
So funny. Charles,
They
always,
think
anytime I
you're
do shit like this, they'll overdo it.
to fail. They gave
gotta
us
trust
Gulf War syndrome. The same ones who gave us AIDS. They gave us Gulf War syndrome to keep Franklin in shade. So I keep writing these songs, then send them to Charles in the hopes he gets them done immediately. Convinced the story the song is about is on the precipice of breaking. These songs are about hope and the desperate belief in my fellow Goyim that we will unite, rise, and overthrow the same control scheme tentacles running through every conspiracy theory we Goyim are supposed to ignore, yet they keep being proven true, even if it's decades later. TBG.
TBG.
Baby. TBG.
TBG. TBG. Boo-doo-doo. 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 Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Check it out again one more time on the way home. Angela?
1861. Just go back with other than the green button on the screen that pops up, and then you can put in your card.
I'm sorry.
Just go other,
Oh.
then green button. There you go. Now you can insert your card.
Isn't it nice to have shorts on?
Yeah. It gets really, really hot there.
Oh, I've been in your world at Jets. Not this one, but a different one.
Especially by
No.
the
Now you guys work very hard. Thanks, buddy. Have a good one. Ow, fuck. So, what do we think? Honest opinions. Honest opinions. I mean, Obviously, we're gonna get a bunch of dumb shit because that's what you guys do, the trolls do. But the real peoples, I'd love to hear from you. I don't know what you think. It's long, definitely long. Lie big lie cards. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Proud of Israel
How many
because you're
of
a
you
piece of
have heard
shit.
of Liebig cards? If you haven't yet, you're welcome. The Tartaria narrative is so bizarre, marking the spot like Malcolm.
Marking
We
the
buy so
spot
much
like
stupid,
Malcolm.
they seldom
They
tell us
seldom.
the real truth about anything. Like the actual purpose of Bell's one tell is how they keep on mentioning that the only things worth remembering are the files they've carefully crafted. Chewing the fat that they're rendering, using the school books and the passages to turn us all into Goyim masochists who believe in devilish fairy tales. If they can make us into insecure savages, we won't see how we're clearly in jail. If you're gonna lie big. A big lie's been supplied to the kids. From the old London bridge to the three little kids. The truth lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. The truth lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. I would love to have been a fly on the wall at the meeting where the executives at Liebig decided that regardless of the cost to those prizes, pictures of local beings use scriptures to ensure that we're smitten with the narrative. Not in prison, yet information withheld is the key. Its imperative solutions are seen as forbidden, that way when they tell us we're free, we thank them for dispelling the need to see evidence that's just undeniable. The lie's only as big as their planted seed, we're as free as their truth is reliable. If you're gonna lie big. A big lie's been supplied to the kids. From the old London bridge to the three little kids. The truth lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. The truth lies in the lines of the grid. Lies in the lines of the grid. The Liebig company's cards are the windows into a past that's the last glass left half full. They show us a world only seen through pinholes, unmasking the wrapping, distracting the bull that's actually acting on trapping the pull, sucking in suckers who suck the well dry, cracking the crafting that's as crass as the wool the friars conspire to use the blind eyes. Wired to desire their tired compromise, we fight the light despite being in darkness. Their cards are a part of our martyrs' lives. They frighten through spite, and regardless of the flight or flight respite that's part of this stance of the brand planning policy. If we hate what they make and break through the harness, we'll destroy other ploys through our honesty. If you're gonna lie big. A big lie's been supplied to the kids. From the old.
The one thing I can say is that with our songs, like if you actually listen to the words, they don't just rhyme. They all fit. It's telling you a story, start to finish. It all fits. It all matters. It all, nothing's just throwaway bullshit.
Starting in the mid-1800s, the Liebig Mint Extract Company spent money putting picture cards into their products to show us what are now long-forgotten wonders of the world of construction. Call it Tartaria, Tartaria, or just the old world. We are being lied to about everything in our history, and eBay, of all places, is the best resource available to see it with your own eyes. Just search Liebig cards and see the big lie for yourself. TBG, baby. TBG. Are you ready for another conspiracy theory? That's nothing if not true. Especially people my age or near me with friends or family made to lose their lives that were removed. solved or just screwed, both up and down. While the excuses that are used prove the same clues that I found to be the blame that's on the brown people, as it always is, when the shame that's underground hides the evil that persists to this day involving kids. But today it's called Epstein. As organic as plastic, as scripted as a scene from a liquid TV dream. We need an eon flux capacitor persistently between our genetics and the massacre that speaks to how these bastards hurt children for their entertainment. And Franklin was a masterwork, like how the lead investigator's plane went down like an embankment after it fell apart mid-air. Something turned it into pavement, and it's obviously unfair that Gary Caradoni's kid was there. He was only 8 years old, and since his briefcase disappeared, the story just went cold. They gave us gold. War syndrome.
Be white,
They
black.
made you come with razor blade guns. They gave us gold. War syndrome. They think you're dumb enough to fail. They gave us gold. War syndrome. The same ones who gave us AIDS. They gave us gold war syndrome to keep Franklin in the shade. Gary Caradoni led the team, investigating Lawrence King, a coffee-colored man, the cream, allowed to rise and dance and sing the national anthem at their thing. They loved to tell him, step and fetch it. He kissed the wall and every ring. The Franklin Federal Community Credit Union was where he was embedded to steal $38 million. But what really got his pork chop credit was being a villain in power. And Gary found the powers that would nuke the entire scheme. Pictures featuring Larry the Coward breaking children's dreams as the sound of those kids' screams went all the way up to the president. Yet everyone, it seems, got fucked like being celibate is something so irrelevant they just fucked everyone. The room had so many elephants that their skeletons were all stunned. And like melanin in the sun, these monsters tanned so many hides that their integrity was done with Gary's crash on the 10th of July. And 2 weeks later, they decided, never mind the missing evidence. So when Gary Caradoni died, so did the story's relevance. They gave us gold war syndrome. They made you come with razor blade guns. They gave us gold war syndrome. They think you're dumb enough to fail. They gave us gold war syndrome. The same ones who gave us AIDS. They gave us gold war syndrome to keep Franklin in the shade. Unfortunately for them, the Goy asked too many questions because when things just don't make no sense and we notice misdirection, we tend to call out the infection with a penchant for detection. We saw they broke the law, then we mentioned how their henchmen gave the impression their intention was to lessen the chances they're caught. Their aggressions and discretion was the lesson being taught. And although we sessions bought and paid for with our taxes, their expressions had us so distraught they made everybody ask if they can cause plane crashes and pass it off as accidents. Are the transcripts just a synapses making masses become passionate that the brass is all compassionless and always telling us lies? We've mastered being the last to give a fuck about the prize that we get for closing eyes. And by August 3rd, weeks later, the Gulf War was then supplied, and the Desert Storm was tailored to cover up the papers while the story disappeared. The Epstein Pizzagate Franklin Savior lives inside your mirror. They gave us gold.
And understand, yes, that's Well, but the point is that it does rhyme, goddammit. It's not poetry if it doesn't rhyme. It has to rhyme. You have to push yourself. Angela?
Say that again. Sir, I can catch you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. The rib snack,
Yep.
1905. Hold your on the screen. Hold your card right there and watch the screen.
Word?
Yep, turn it to the top. Just wait a few minutes after it turns green. You have to do it again. Just leave it in there a little bit longer. Takes longer when you stick it in. Nope. Just wait. Now you can do it. And then this is what your points look like, or hers. These are where the offers are going to be. Tip line, sign line, charges when you hit done. And then this is what you earned today. This is your overall total, the same because you're just starting. And then right here on the bottom, basically $57 more to the next year.
Sweet. Thanks, man. Thank you. Have a great day. Work so hard. Something that maybe feels so bad for people. We're all stuck in these situations where, like, even if it's good, you know, even if you find yourself in a good situation, it's not what you would do if you had the opportunity, if you could pick and choose. It's just crazy, man. It sucks how this isn't what life is.
Are you ready for another conspiracy theory?
And that's what the live big cards show you. That's what
Especially people
the
my age or
paintings,
near me with friends or family made to lose their lives.
you know, the paintings all show you, the books all show you.
While the excuses that are used prove the same clues that I found.
This isn't what life is.
People, as it always is when
This constant struggle,
hides the evil that
this,
to this day
you know,
involving kids, but today
a few misfortunate situations or bad decisions away from being completely fucked. Like, that's just, everybody's so stressed out, so bombarded with frequencies and signals while we eat the nastiest fucking goy slop we can. I really think we need to, like, understand the whole kosher thing.
He was only 8 years old, and since
And obviously I'm working on something regarding it.
They gave us gold.
The kosher thing is so fucking crazy. When it dawned on me, like when I figured it out, you know, I've been the person questioning this shit. I only listen to songs with meaningful lyrics. Well, that's all of ours then. Thank you. Very few songs out there, especially shit on the radio, that has meaningful lyrics. I can't even really think of anything. Tell me somebody out there. Like, Eminem's songs are great, and Revival was a fantastic album, but very, very few songs actually say anything that matters.
Investigating Lawrence King, a coffee-colored man, the cream, allowed to rise and dance and sing the national anthem at their thing. They love to tell.
The kosher thing is such a huge deal. We need to understand that shit. You need to start eating kosher. It's how you keep your family safe. I'd be willing to bet you could probably eat meat and everything else as long as it's kosher. You know, I mean, think about all the famous people you know of the old Jews who lived to be 90, Milton Berle and shit like that, and they say Milton Berle ate bacon and eggs every day and smoked cigars and all this other shit, right?
Melanin in the sunspots, there's tan so many hides that their integrity was done with theories of crash.
And you think, like, what was the secret? Why do so many of them live forever? Why do so many of them live to be in age that we don't get to live to? So many of us don't even sniff. And it's, I believe it's because of the goy slap. I think the goy slap has a lot more to do with shit than people realize. And, I didn't realize it. What the fuck? I didn't notice it. I've been aware of kosher slaughter for many years and how horrible it was. And see, that's the thing, is like, part of the obfuscation is the narrative is such a horrible one. Like, my wife will go, I don't think, I won't slaughter because, like, you're so barbaric, it's so horrible. And that's it. That's how it works, right? They know that we are, full of compassion, that we are much better creatures than they could ever fucking hope to be. So they know that if they tell us that the process is something so foul that we could never begin to get behind it, then it's it's like how they talk about the rituals and that's the devil worshippers. Well, if you say devil worshippers, then so many dumb Christians, especially fat black chicks, will completely disregard whatever's being said because you said something about the devil being associated with it. And once you say the devil, they'll just literally shut down, like, oh no, oh hell no, I'm not gonna do that. And so when they do that with kosher slaughter, you think, man, I don't want to be, I don't want to have anything to do with it. What did we get, goy slop? My wife got some chicken shack ribs and we got some Jets pizza for the kids. They have a friend over.
Unfortunately for them, the goy asked too many questions because when things just don't make no sense and we notice misdirection, we tend to call out the infection with a penchant for detection. We saw they broke the law, then we mentioned
Where'd you go, Mary?
and gave the impression their intention was to lessen the chances they're caught. Their aggressions and discretion.
But so like any reasonable human being hears what kosher slaughter entails, and you go, wait, no, that's horrible. That's definitely not more humane than just killing the animal, like how they kill cows, where they just march them down the line and then put the screw in their head, and 1 second they're alive, 1 second they're dead. And that's way more humane than hanging it up by its hooves and slitting its throat and letting it bleed out. Right? Kosher, it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. But that's the thing that gets kept from the Goyim regarding kosher slaughter. You hear the horror story. You hear the scary part. You hear the devil. So you go, oh shit, hell no, I ain't gonna do that. No. And you completely miss the fact that what kosher means is it has to be inspected. It's not just some stupid blessing. Most of us think that kosher has 100% to do with the blessing. It's the blessing from the rabbi, and that's what it is. And really, part of it is cleaning the goyim off of the meat, off of the utensils, off of the cooking surface. They have to disinfect it because they clean the Goyim off. But that's not what kosher fully represents. Kosher fully represents them then examining the meat, the dead animal, thoroughly, all along its different lines, its innards, all its intestines and everything, to see if it has any cancers, if it has any blemishes. And if the animal has blemishes, they don't eat it. They then feed it to the goy. They ground it up in the hamburger or whatever. And they don't they don't show us that. For all you know, you ever had a funny tasting bite of steak or a bite that was like tough out of nowhere? For all you know, that's tumor. You were eating a tumor. They don't pull the tumors out of the meat when goyim eat it. And so kosher becomes something we should all want. Everybody should be eating kosher food. From now on, if you can, eat kosher food. You're guaranteed. And again, think about all the the narratives associated with it, right? Everybody believes that kosher means it's not going to taste good. Jewish food doesn't taste good. Shit like that. Like, it's so crazy to step back and think about how obvious it all is. How much it's been in our faces this whole time. And one of the key factors is telling you, hey, if you happen to see it, you better not say anything because that's anti blah blah, it makes you a racist, blah blah blah, that kind of bullshit. She better get her ass up here. I'm cracking all sorts of codes. Gulf War syndrome is, a masterwork. It's a masterpiece. There's not a fucking person out there. Maybe there is, but then they get censored to bejesus too. There's not a person out there that is making the connections that I am. And doing it with evidence. I'm not just sitting here theorizing shit, coming up with crazy random conspiracy theories and shit. No. Nothing I'm saying is false. Nothing I'm saying is an exaggeration. Nothing I'm saying is untrue. Gulf War syndrome is one of the most, the truest songs you'll ever hear, and scariest at the same time. It's fucking crazy. I believe that given the opportunity to, let's say all I was doing was presenting my case to a jury of my peers, that we should do an investigation into this. If you don't, I can prove to you that the investigation is needed, without a doubt. Just the fact that I had to figure out what day he died because nobody had it posted anywhere. Me putting it on the song that Gary Caradoni died on July 10th is the only, actual person. I'm the only person saying it. Nobody else has people talk about it, but nobody else has put the date on it. And it literally is why we had the Gulf War. And if you look at what's happening right now, it mirrors right now mirrors that. They did the Gulf War to cover up the fact that their version of Epstein had gotten busted. Or at least a smaller version of Epstein. Epstein was probably doing his thing back then. So you are a truth, or are you unveiled? Do you believe Charlie Kirk is dead, yes or no? Don't really care. I can't know. Until the Goyim unify and overthrow the people who control the narrative, can't really know. I know the narrative we're given looks like shit.
Officers arrived. Civilians helped in trying to turn the vehicle over by hand. An average SUV weighs nearly 5,000 pounds. So flipping one over that's already on fire is no simple task.
Oh, that's awesome.
In an amazing team effort,
Wow.
the group gets the SUV.
He was. Look, oh look, we've got people flying pizza slices and Israeli flags. Go figure.
Looks like somebody opened my
Go
fridge.
figure. And the thing is, you know, Charlie Kirk was created by and for Israel, so I want nothing to do with that shit. He's Israeli all the way, start to finish.
Did they give us a fork?
If you look at his, you need one. If you look at his donor list, it looks like a bar mitzvah sign-in sheet.
And a couple of napkins. No napkins either.
No, it's all fryers, top to bottom. You know. They never do. You have to pay for it. Oh, they were shit. I stood there for 10 minutes. Gulf War syndrome is true. Like, I mean, seriously, like, who is...
Barbecue sauce. I had extra sauce. It's supposed to be on it and outside. There's neither.
Yeah, well, she was fat. And what have we said about fat people? Obviously, she doesn't make good life choices. Yeah, keep flying your pizza thing. I mean, that... Like, can you imagine the inbred, you know, guilt conscious that feels the need to do that? Like, there's nobody that thinks, oh, he's getting them now by playing into the Pizzagate narrative. You know, posting pictures of pizza slices and Israeli flags and all that. Like, even if you say, oh, well, I'm just trolling you. Who thinks pedophile stuff is funny? Who makes pedophile jokes? Who trolls pedophile stuff? Right? It's as obvious as it gets.
That's creepy.
Right. That's so fucking, it's just not a thing. You know, there aren't people that are doing that. If you're doing that, if you think making pedophile jokes is funny and shit, well, does anybody not think you have pictures of kids and shit on your phone and at home? Like, you think that shit's funny? You think that shit's cool? You literally have all of your alarms and everything set, so when I go live, you can be here, so you can talk shit to the guy that thinks we should kill people like you. No, it's like, I don't know how else you see it, right? I don't know how anybody could see it any differently. And that's the same thing with this Franklin narrative. You know, this Franklin narrative is fucking obvious, you guys. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. This Franklin narrative is there to... You know, like, you have to be dumb as shit to not see it. This thing gets exposed. Gary Caradoni is the lead investigator. He goes to Chicago from Nebraska to collect the evidence that somebody had given him some picture evidence or whatever. And that just happened to be the same night of the MLB All-Star game. So he took his kid to the All-Star game. And on the way home from that, his plane disintegrated midair and then fell out of the sky and caught on fire. The debris field was over a quarter mile. Went down around 2:30 a.m. and nobody was able to they didn't find the wreckage until 6:30 a.m. So 4 hours. The plane just supposedly, like, none of that makes sense, right? None of that fits any sort of narrative outside of conspiracy. Prove it. What are your sources? The narrative that's given. Government.org, government archives, whatever it is. But it's the Gary Cardone narrative is very, it's well documented that it happened, but then the details get all fucked up. Like I said, you can't find anyone that'll tell you the date that he died, but if you know that he went to the MLB All-Star game and you look up when the All-Star game was, then you know it was the overnight from that night to the next morning. And so he had the briefcase with him. The briefcase disappeared. And then, so this is July 10th, July 11th, actually, technically in the morning, July 11th. He dies. His briefcase is gone. Within weeks, like, we don't know the actual date, the committee that he was a part of decides that all of the evidence that was collected, all of the narratives, everything that was there was unfounded. And never mind Gary Cardone, the lead investigator's plane going down in mysterious circumstances and the evidence disappearing, they should just close this whole thing down. So by the end of July at some point, so if it's July 11th that it happens, you only have 20 days. No, it's September 30th, so you only have 19 days. So this committee decided they're not like distraught over their colleague's death. They're not, it was just business as usual. Shut everything down, shut everything up. Who cares? Well, let's not look into it. How does the plane fall apart midair? We don't know. It doesn't matter. And then by August 3rd, so literally 3 weeks and 1 day later after the crash, the Gulf War officially begins. Because it wasn't going away. People were talking about it. And then for the next year, they did everything they could to try to drag Gary Cardone's name through the dirt, saying he was like defrauding or suggesting that he was defrauding. And for a full year plus, much more investigation went into this fake fraud than did his insane death narrative. Only for them to find out, no, there was nothing suspicious, nothing worth bringing up charges. No, it's all good. But that was a year later, and nobody gave a shit anymore because, Gulf War, like, you can't remember. Like, if you weren't alive, what you saw in 2001, if you were alive then, what you saw regarding 9/11 and Patriot, that was nothing compared to Gulf War. Gulf War patriotism was off the fucking charts.
These colors don't run.
These colors don't run. Saddam. Gotta go get Saddam. And they were able to cover up this Gary Cardone story, this Lawrence King story. They were able to cover up the Epstein of the day with war. Are you noticing a pattern? Have you noticed a little bit of a pattern? Makes you wonder what was going on back in the 30s and shit like that, you know, to facilitate a need to distract us with war back then. Oh, well, I know. I mean, you know, I think World War One and World War Two's narrative is pretty easy to figure out. It was all about creating Israel. What's up, Bubba? So clean it up. Dude, just use one of the bath towels. It's fine.
I'll use a rag at the bottom of the linen closet, bottom shelf.
That's fine. The towels need to be washed.
Not the hand towel.
I know. Let me see. No, you clean it up. It's your guess. How the fuck did this happen? Get the napkin. Get the napkin. You clean this up, doofus. Here, wait. What are you doing? What are you doing? Kids are so dumb. And this kid's like a smart one.
And he still did this.
How? How do you do this?
He tipped the food tray over.
Yeah, I had my plate on it. I took it off.
God damn. You got cookies burning. Stop.
What?
You don't think he can hear you? He's literally right there. Do you think this is a cartoon? He thinks this is a cartoon. Okay, I don't think DJ can hear you. Hey, Nick, why aren't you eating? I'm not hungry. Oh, well, eat anyway. You're gonna be hungry.
How I would.
So, whenever you spill something, you put a towel down, and then you step on it, because it pulls the liquid out from the carpet. Move. And you got to pull it out of the carpet, because if it settles in, you want to go as fast as you can. Because if you don't, it settles into the carpet, gets into the floorboards, it'll mold, it'll get nasty. So the goal is to step on it to try to pull as much of the water up, the juice up, the whatever as you can. So we'll call this the DJ. Hey,
You owe me $200 for the carpet.
it's $200, $500.
That wasn't good.
It's old ass 70s carpet. Don't stop playing your game, okay? Just make sure you're comfortable. You games being played.
Where are you? There you are.
Have kids, they say. It'll be fun, they say.
I can kill you from this distance.
Fucking liars, indeed. You better get down here. Give me that. If you're not gonna eat, give me it. You goddamn butt crack. Sorry about that. Oh. Oh.
You want to have a couple more?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we can adopt. We can be foster
The
parents.
last thing I ever want is to deal with somebody else's bullshit. Somebody else's fucking genetic, you know.
Soup, if you will.
Right. Make sure you point out how abusive I am to my children.
Oh my God, you are. Get my shit.
That's not what you said last night. Oh.
What were you sifting through my shit for? That's kind of gross.
Your butthole's actually bigger than your vagina, so.
Oh.
Worked out. It's like exploring a deep dark cave, you know.
You're so wrong.
What? Why do you think they call you Gape Angela? Gape ape, Gape ape. I love these dumb comments. Look at this shit. They have nothing to say when it comes to pedophilia. They have nothing to say when it comes to the government, when it comes to the Israel stuff, when it comes to the Friar shit. How we should overthrow these pieces of shit, pedos and all that. Nothing to say. But they're gonna cry about me. Like, how embarrassing is it? It's just so, it's so weird how you are just so bad at this. Why would you ever do that? Like, I would never, as full of myself as I am, I would never find like two quantum mathematicians and be like, hey, let's get into an argument about math fucking theory and shit. Why would I ever do that? Even with the most cursory, like, I'm really good at like applied math. I'm really good up until you get to about 9th grade. Once we start getting into fractures and integers, and I'm gonna get a little lost there. But like, it's the same thing. Like, I turn into you guys trying to talk to me about this shit. You just have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. You just say the dumbest shit. And it's crazy because so many of you actually identify as being friar, and you still don't know how to fucking, you still can't come up with anything.
Why?
You're seriously not gonna eat anymore? What's wrong with you? What about this whole thing right here?
Really good, I know. I gotta go get the brownies out of the oven and put it on a cooling rack.
Goy slop.
Huh?
Goy slop. Guarantee none of this is kosher.
Oh no.
You know, all that time you thought kosher costs more because you're paying for the blessing. You're not. You're paying to not eat cancer. Not eat garbage. Blemishes. You're right, I don't care at all about my kids. They're probably some of the most abused and neglected kids in the world. I starved myself. No. I'm eating ice cream. Yeah, I've been on a huge ice cream kick lately. I want the chocolate crunch. Like, I never liked chocolate ice cream. I still think vanilla ice cream by itself is better than chocolate ice cream, but you start throwing those little brownie chunks and fudge in that shit, something about that just works for me, boy. Don't put the pizza up there. It's gonna cook.
Pizza's, it's.
So you know how much heat comes? It doesn't matter. The heat coming out of the oven is hotter than you think. You spatula. Down in Spatula City. Spatula City.
Yes.
DJ, do you hear how my wife talks to me? Isn't she abusive? Oh, aren't I abusive? Come on, tell everybody how abusive I am. And how I don't care about you. And how I don't feed you and all that, right? That's what I hear. That's what they say. See, he's not denying it. Don't I beat you, son?
Yes.
Yes. Here we go.
You beat him?
I beat both of you. Shut up. I beat all three of you. Kick the dog. Smoke the crack. Smoke the heroin.
Are you still alive?
Yes. Yes. What's up, Snuggie? Cookies and cream is my favorite. Ooh, cookies and cream is good. I just ate a box of cookies and cream a couple weeks ago. But no, Ben and Jerry's has this chocolate flavor that has like these little chocolate like air pieces. Oh, so good. Those Ben and Jerry's things, they don't last too long. That's like if I'm like diligent and I'm like, you know, disciplined, it's two. But it's one. It's one sitting. Been a minute. Well, I'm here, Snuggie. I hope everything's okay with you. Go check out the new song, www.the-builder-group.com. We have lots of new songs. We've been averaging a new song every week since the beginning of the year. I gotta give us some fucking credit on this, man. The goal is to get to 50 songs in the year. I think we're gonna surpass it. Right. Oh yeah. Oh, that's crazy. It not only is it legal, but they're downstairs in closed off rooms and shit. Windows are open. Blah 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 blah. Like you guys are just so stupid. It's what desperation looks like, though. It's what has to happen, right? Because they're here, and out of their chosen arrogance, they have to say something. They're so arrogant that they believe like they need to be involved. But because they can't actually, be involved intelligently, they just desperately come up with all kinds of stupid shit every time. And give kid pills, right? But it's just desperate, man. I don't care about their desperation. They can say whatever they want. Everything they say, like the more that they say that doesn't address what I'm saying, the more that they try to change the subject, they ad hominem, the more they validate all of my most extreme claims. Because if I was wrong, they'd just jump on those things. Like, what's the best thing to do? Try to find random little shit, or to pick apart exactly like what I'm saying at my foundation, at my core, and make me look stupid, right? That's the ideal thing. That's literally what I do to them. I couldn't give a shit less about these fucking idiots in the comment section. They'll never see me like putting effort into them. Let me try to figure out who they are, and let me try to, let me troll their videos or anything. I don't give a shit. They can do whatever they want. But their obsession with me is extremely telling, because they're here from a negative perspective. They're not here in support. They don't come through talking about we need to unify and kill the pedos and overthrow the friars, and they don't do that shit. They cry. If this is nonsense, Joe, then common sense, you must be the teacher in Charlie Brown. I mean, they're just dumb. Turkey is just mad he gets eaten. No, it's just another one of these profiles. Like seriously, this is one of these. Oh, joined 14 years ago, has 20 subscribers. We actually have one of the bigger channels that are here. One of the bigger trolls. And to think this guy has been here for several days now at least. And he just talks and nothing gets addressed. No, like you're actually giving him the first attention he's received in a while. And he's here. mad at the guy who thinks we should kill pedos, won't tell you why. You know, he has nothing to actually say. But it's just the same crybaby. You know, why are you talking about killing pedos? We don't like that. You know, my cult is full of pedos. We can't have that happen. Just the weirdest kind of crybaby shit. And like I say, why don't they do what I do? Why don't they pick my arguments apart, every little piece they can, and make me look stupid? Why do they go to such great lengths to make me look like such a threat? Like, you wouldn't put in this much effort if the person wasn't a threat. You know, and none of these guys ever, they never deny being pedos. They never deny being Israelis. Well, they do that sometimes. After they get shown, then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not Israeli. I'm a Christian." No, you're not. We know you. We know your speech patterns, and you know. Again, these are assigned missions. I think today's earlier video with Grok was actually really eye-opening. Like, I was surprised. I don't normally give Grok that much credit, but today Grok was really kicking ass. Grok was talking about shit I hadn't even put together yet. Do nothing. Grok was. I had Grok going today pretty well, I think. Because Grok was it was. It's all in how you ask the questions. You know, Grok is generally geared towards maintaining a perspective. And to listen to Grok break it down and connect everything and connect the act.il and talk about how the missions work, and you know that these trolls are exactly that. They've been assigned this page. They don't stumble across this page. They've been assigned this page, and they're desperate for as many points as they can get, but they fail. They suck so bad at it that they feel like, can you imagine how many points this guy wants to get? He's commenting so much, and it's nonsense, and it's all getting ignored. And I don't know, does that work against him? Does that count as negative points? I don't know how it works. But today, Grok sewed it all together, man. From the Secure Community Network to Act.il and Team Jorge and Ames, and it just put it all together for you. And it was like, look, it's what it is. It's undeniable. There are no examples of them speaking out against these things. There are no examples of them unifying and talking about how we need to end metzitzia. We need to end the ritualistic child abuse. Like, it was really interesting, man. It's really fucking interesting to have. Oh, look, Iowa Cop Watch. That pedophile's here again. Oh, good gravy. I have to ask yourself who these fucking Iowa Cop Watch definitely seems like a meth head. I did go look at Iowa Cop Watch's videos. I can say that. Because, you know, I wanted to see like a cop watcher. Who is this cop watcher? So I went and I looked, and they're embarrassing videos. Like, as far as a First Amendment auditor type goes, that's not what this guy is. He's not a cop watcher. He's some dumbass that gets in trouble for shit and then pulls out his camera and acts like the victim. It's pretty funny.
What are you reaching under the seat for? Why are you reaching under the seat?
The whole thing is just, you know, it's so obvious. Everything is so obvious. And Grok really helped out today. You should, if you have a chance to, go watch the earlier video. Skip to Grok section, because it's you know, significantly into the video. I wasn't planning on talking to Grok. It was just you know, it was a whim kind of thing. You gotta ask yourself all these questions, man. Or you don't. I mean, I guess, you don't. You can continue to be oblivious. I don't know. I think it's one thing to be oblivious. It's another thing when it's presented to you for you to not be able to debunk or answer it, but continue to believe the shit. That's a whole different, scenario. That's a whole different narrative. You're choosing to be the ignorant, arrogant, dumbass piece of shit at that point. Was Eve her name? Right, Eve was her name. How crazy is that? Like, we're gonna chalk it up to conspiracy, but even Grok was saying, yeah, that's a really, the odds of that working out that way are 1,000,000 to 1 kind of shit. Like, it was weird, because I would even say, like, look, I know you're supposed to say these things. So I'd like you to not say these things if you can, not agree with me. But what do you think these things mean? What does all this connection mean? Why was your name changed after I exposed it? Ara appears twice in the Bible, and yet it was selected to be the name of the girl voice. And it means to gather, to collect. Well, what was crazy was how Grok actually put it together in a way I hadn't thought of. To go from Ara, which means to collect the fruit, to collect, to gather all this information. And then Eve means to taste the fruit, to eat the fruit. Like, that's pretty fucking insane. That's pretty fucking insane coincidence, Just a coincidence. It's a pretty insane coincidence that I happened to stumble across. It was wild. Yeah, for sure. And these are the kind of videos where, there's a lot of people out there just sort of reporting on what's happening and talking about it instead of trying to figure things out. So many of the people that make it somewhere, that are allowed to be the popular truthers, they're not like, they all read from the same script. All of them say the same shit. Whether it's Bella, Margaret, whatever her name is, whether it's Ian Carroll or Nick Fuentes or Stu Peters or Quinn O'Flynn or fucking Lawrence Johnson or, I mean, there's just so Guy Christensen. If it's any of them, they all say the same thing. They all say, first of all, they don't talk about Act.il. They don't talk about Team Jorge. They're not making these connections that aren't already made. They're just reporting on things. And most of it is they're reporting that, like, they're getting their information from the system. It's what the system wants us to know. So it's not like they're breaking through and discovering something. But they're not making connections. They're not figuring things out. And I believe we're figuring things out. Oh, look at this Iowa cop watch dumbasses here. That's funny. Like, this guy is such a clown. Seriously, if you go look at his videos, like, he's obviously a meth head. Obviously. And it's just really interesting to watch this guy. Come on, Snuggie. Gotta get yours right. Yeah. Just think about it this way. Iowa cop wash just one day showed up in my feed and started talking shit to the guy who thinks we should kill pedos. Like, I'd never heard of this Nobody Nothing's feed. His biggest video, you know, it has his videos suck, right? He's a typical First Amendment guy, right? He's terrible at what he's doing. Look at, he's so desperate right now. He's like, ha ha, he's having technical difficulties. Like how the fuck, how do I affect the Wi-Fi? And it's not even Wi-Fi, this is just the phone signal. So how is it I possibly affect the phone signal? This guy is commenting on something in the video, which is that the video is glitching and whatnot. So he's obviously paying attention to the video, but what's being said, well, that's not worth commenting on. Just that the fact that there's technical difficulty. Like, he's a fucking clown, man. He's a fucking clown. It's embarrassing. I encourage people to go look at his videos. It's a joke, man. He's a shitty fucking wannabe press NH now. You know, he wants to be something, but you can hear his missing teeth. Oh yeah, big old meth head. He's got that meth face. You know the meth face. Wait, I can't even do it. I'm too fat. No. I can't do it. But they're, you know, because their teeth are missing some. And the cheeks kind of stick out, and you know the face. They look like a duck. All he can do is run his mouth. Again, dude, if you're in Iowa, if you want to drive your ass over here, you could get your ass beat if you want to. But if you think I'm going to, like, you're nothing, dude. You're hoping to sponge off of my viewership, and I got nothing. But, like, all you can do is run your mouth. Like, what am I supposed to do? You want to see magic tricks or some shit? You're a fucking moron, man. Oh, when you come out on? When you come out on? And now I got McDonald's Wi-Fi. Like, look at this shit. Look at how desperate these guys are. They're not saying, yeah, we need to kill pedos. Yeah, we need to do what we can to overthrow these pieces of friars that run the show. Nope, nothing like that. Just Donald Wi-Fi. Okay. There has to be more than one person commenting. One viewer, 7 likes, 2,500 plus subscribers. Have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever seen anything like where the feed just keeps cutting out for no reason? You know, I'm in a suburb of Detroit, surrounded by cell phone towers on the 2nd story of a giant antenna, because it's a house with aluminum siding, so it's flat everywhere around me. So where would the signal interruption be coming from? Now I have 0 viewers. Yep. This is what makes sense, right? It's definitely strange, says Mary. Look at, there's literally 3 different people commenting while it says I have 0 viewers. Like, what do you think censorship looks like? What do you think interference looks like? Is it when news updates for real? The guy that he does the spin in things, he does great videos, but when he's bitching because his videos used to get millions of views and now he's being censored all the way down to a couple 100,000. Oh, you only get 100,000 views. Oh, that must be censorship. What do you think censorship looks like? Doesn't censorship work in ways that you're like, man, this makes no sense? What's going on here? I mean, the Iowa cops, watching cops. Why is he on? Man, just people.
Most officers carry tourniquets just for this reason. He needs
Wow.
to get the bleeding stopped immediately.
That's nutsy cuckoo. Oh, Father, in the name of Jesus. Oh, Father, in the name of Jesus. Oh, Jesus. So this guy is praying to Jesus and all this other shit. And it's like, okay. So when he does survive, he's going to be like, I was just praying to Jesus. Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus is praying to Jesus. Jesus got me through. And it's like, okay, so why didn't Jesus stop you from getting stabbed in the first place? Why did you have to go through the whole process? Why did you have to almost die?
The officer was taken to the nearest trauma center where he underwent surgery and is still in recovery at home.
Team Jorge is working overtime tonight. Yeah. Hello. Look at the people here. Joined 1 year ago, no subscribers. IO Cobb Watch joined 6 years ago. He has 2.52. So he has a similar size audience. And he's here instead of doing his own thing. Literally proving everything I'm saying over and over again.
Yes. I definitely was not expecting him to run. He took one last puff of the cigarette and then darted, and that's when he was able to break loose.
He was a runner along the apartment complex, and we actually
So
hear
funny.
the last break. Thereafter, you can see the injury on your
I love these guys, man. I love how
get a hold of him, and I never even saw that glass window that was there, and it was at the perfect height. And
I just it's such validation because in my world, it's not like you're gonna get people that are gonna come out and be like, hey, watch out for that guy Williams character. He's telling truth that we don't like, so we're gonna do all these shady things to fuck with him. You just have to see it for what it is. When you see a video, when you're looking at a live feed that's operating in a way you've never seen anybody else's shit operate before, it should be obvious to you. 3 viewers, 7 likes. Who has more than double the likes of their viewers? Who has as many subscribers as I do? And yet they go live and there's 2-3 people there. What sense does that make? Outside of censorship, what sense does that make? Literally checked your channel, didn't even see you, but heard your voice, and you definitely spoke meth. Same voice they all right. It's like that nasally voice, like you can hear the missing teeth. You can hear the meth. It's just meth. I think there's one video where you can see him for a second, and he has that, that duck face where because there's no teeth, it pushes their lips out, and cheekbones, like he has that meth face. And regardless of what he looks like, this guy has his own gig going on, and for some reason one day he came here and was like, hey, don't you talk about Israel and I don't talk about pedophiles. Grr. Like, it's just fucking stupid. You made yourself the target. I've had some really interesting shit happen. Yeah. Such a dork. That's a cop. That's a fucking cop. That's the last guy you want to be a cop. This dude was beat up so much in school. Fuck. Absolutely. You have to ask yourself, like, I don't matter enough. Look, I got 1 viewer at this point. So why would anybody take time out of their day to be so opposed to me that they, they keep coming back. Like it's one thing when you find a kindred spirit, you find somebody that's saying shit nobody else is saying, blah blah blah. I like what you're doing. That's one thing. But to be like, oh, I just don't like you for, what? For calling out Israel? Which part is it? The calling out Israel or the kill pedophiles thing? Like which part is the thing that you don't like? I'm pretty obvious. I'm pretty I don't hide when I believe what I'm saying, what I'm thinking. And it's funny because again, I say, look, pedophile Israel, same kind of shit. Blah. So what do? They start flying the Israeli flag. Like, who is going to do that other than pedophiles? You guys have to understand how bad this pedophile situation is. It's the key to it. It's the key to exposing all of this because regardless of your background, right? Regardless of your race, your creed, your whatever, your religious bullshit, any of that shit. Those who aren't pedophiles will always unify against pedophiles. We could be different in every regard, but it's like which one of us thinks it's okay to fuck kids? And out of the three, like the one guy goes, "Well, I do." The two are gonna look at each other and beat the shit out of that guy. That's who we are as Goyim. That's the magic of being Goyim. We haven't had that raped and tortured out of us from 3 years and 1 day old until we were 13. Like that's not who we are. They're gonna cut it in a second. Who we are. We don't do that. Like we'll unify. I could hate my neighbor. I could hate my or some dude, and if we both see some kid getting fucked with, we're gonna go to their rescue. That could be the bonding experience that makes two people that hate each other come together, is when they go beat the shit out of a pedophile together. And so, if we can get people to understand that the religious stuff it's the show, it's the sleight of hand. It's the look over here while they're doing something over there. They don't actually believe that stuff. Not the people at the top. And the strangest part is like the majority of the Jews are just being used. They don't realize it. They're just more pieces to the puzzle. I love how this dude keeps repeating that I'm making accusations. Like, I think we all know that I'm making accusations at this point, dude. If I'm wrong about these accusations, then you should be addressing how and why I'm wrong. But the fact that you keep stating the obvious just makes you look so much dumber. Yep, smoking that glass. Yeah. Because, this is how you smoke glass, right? You just light it for a second, and then it just burns in a pretty pipe. You smoke speed in a pretty pipe that will stay lit. No, that's not like it needs a torch, and it's a little shitty glass pipe. It's not like that, no. This looks like weed, smokes like weed, but it's not. It's something desperate because meth head dumbass can't come up with anything. Again, like, I'm talking about worldwide issues and big time problems. This guy just keeps wanting to talk about, like, what the fuck are you here for, clown? If you're not a meth head and a pedophile and a, Israel, then what is your purpose? Why would you be here from the beginning? Make it make sense. Explain yourself to people. Right? You're obviously a piece of shit. So explain to us why you're such a piece of shit. Oh, because you keep because you've come up since you've been here before.
Can you bring them with you for 2 minutes? Not even 2 minutes. Just to sing real quick.
Because you matter enough that people were talking about you when you weren't here. What a dumb shit. What a catch.
Hey, back, come here. Mom wants
He
you.
doesn't have to come here.
Mom
No,
wants you,
stay
Mom.
there.
He's not in the. Is he in the next room?
No. What do I look like? Noe Norrington? Nosif Presley?
You're so fat. Look at you. Nate! Baby got back.
Go, man.
Now, Mom's.
Baby does happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy DJ. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. What was that? It's only 5 candles and you missed it.
The cool just a little bit longer than I'll.
Happy birthday, dude.
You like brownies?
You didn't address my comment. I guess that means I'm correct. They're just fucking stupid, man. I mean, you know about the point structure. You know what they're doing. Even though this guy doesn't seem like this guy seems like he's just a loser. I don't think he's part of the system. But then again, he's here defending Trump, defending Israel, and you have to be a fucking pedo to be in that boat.
Never experienced before. Engineered with our most innovative, patent-pending, advanced X-compression system. The X-Pack evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area.
And, you know, he's not going to say anything that matters. So I'm just going to keep ignoring his shit. He won't get the picture, though. Yeah. I'm ignoring the birthday for the stream. Yeah. Sure am.
Birthday. He's 15. He wants nothing to do with us. He wants his brownie as soon as they're cooled off, and that's it.
And,
they want to play their Minecraft.
They want to hang out with the old people. No, guys, you know what? Stop what you're doing and hang out with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop my stream, so you better hang out with me. But see, again, I love when they do that, right? Because it just goes to show you that not only are they paying attention to what's going on, but when they think they can find something, I don't know, when they think they can find something good, you know, when they think they have something that they can cry about that works, they're going...
He's such an asshole.
They're going to jump on it. So that means if I was wrong about any of the other shit I'm saying, they would jump on it. You know, they're clearly capable of crying about things in this video. So why is it, if they're going to cry about, oh, it's a birthday, why aren't they going to cry about, hell yeah, we should kill pedophiles?
He didn't even want to sing it to him.
Huh?
He didn't even want to sing it to him.
Right.
Go away.
Not our kid.
I'm playing Minecraft. Go away.
Oh, look. You have the team, or the act.il Rise app prepared talking point of, that's projecting. You're projecting. When you're calling out what we're doing, you're projecting. Like, it's like they're so, because they have such childish mentalities, that kind of shit works on them. So if you were to say to them, oh, you're projecting, they'd be like, no, I'm not projecting, what are you talking about? They're hoping that you are going to have the same sort of response that they would have. It's like when somebody calls you snowflake, right? It's like you're going like, "Aw, somebody called you a snowflake at some point, and it hurt your feelings. So you thought, well, I'm going to say it to other people because it's going to hurt their feelings like it hurt mine." You definitely didn't make it up. You heard it somewhere. You heard somebody else say it, and it worked. And it's just so funny that, like, again, that these inbred friars are so arrogant that they really do think that by being like, well, yeah, I don't have anything else going on in life, so I come and watch you and beg for your attention. Like, that's somehow a negative. The stupidity that comes from that inbreeding is just, it's one of the things that bothers me so much about the fact we're losing to them. You know, how the fuck, outside of there being some sort of bigger conspiracy than we realize, how the fuck did such an inbred, pedophilic, supremacy, genocidal cult, how did they ever get to the position they're in? And it only literally points to the fact that they were given the position, that they were chosen for that position. And once they're chosen for that position, it was their job to maintain it. Now, they fucked up and gave us the internet, I guess. Well, the fact they fucked up and gave us the internet, I don't know. I think that must have just had something to do with arrogance. I don't know. I really don't know. But that was absolutely the beginning of their downfall. As soon as we had the ability to talk to each other without it costing an arm and a leg, as soon as we had the ability to share information that isn't mainstream or isn't, the official narrative, they lost their position. People didn't think it was okay to question the government. Back when the 1976 swine flu vaccination program was introduced, people didn't think they could just be like, no, I'm not going to go get that. The government came on TV, told you to go get it, and you were like, okay, I'll go get it. That's what they want. That's who they want us to be. They want us to be McCarthyism again. And, you just can't, once the toothpaste is out of the tube, you can't get it back in. You're just jealous you don't have the hair. Again, Matt's having fun, I guess. I don't know. You're giving him points, Matt. That's the only part I hate about it, is giving him points. And I wish they were intelligent. I wish they said shit that mattered, but they just don't. It's funny, man. Look at the desperation. Look at it. It's so crazy. You're saying Iowa is in that. He showed his face, made himself a massive target. What a dumbass. I don't know. I try to come up with. I try to give the benefit of the doubt, right? Because at the end of the day, the opposite is just worse to me. If he really is just a piece of shit, and he's outside of the group, that's one thing. And that's very likely. But as far as the pedophile shit goes, he's motivated by something. Nobody is going to be motivated like this. And when he says, because you keep talking shit, again, nobody ever thought about you. Nobody was talking about you. Nobody cares about you. You're stupid. But this is, you have to ask yourself, like, what? To me, it's always logistics. Logistics are always so fascinating to me. Matt, I get why Matt's here. No, thank you. Matt's here because, yeah, he said you're slow. Y-O-U-R, slow.
That's awesome.
That's so fantastic. That's that's delicious. I can't get enough of that shit. It's just that's what's going on here. So It's hard to tell. That level of stupidity definitely generally fits with the chosen. But like I said, always have to look at logistics. You know, people like Matt finds it hard to associate with other people anymore because everybody else just seems like this NPC that's sort of regurgitating the same narratives, and you just look at them like, are you fucking serious? I'm in that same boat, I know. So for Matt to be here, it makes sense. Like, you know, it's a breath of fresh air. Finally, somebody else is speaking the same language that sees the same thing. You know, you're walking around with these they live glasses, and it just freaks you out because nobody else can see it, right?
Is Patty on Facebook?
Yeah. And so, you know, I understand that. I understand why a Mary's here. Same sort of reason. But when you look at the other side, you know, I understand why Israel, Act.il, Team Jorge, I understand why they're here. But to just say it's regular people, that's the part I find it so hard to believe, that the regular negative people that set their alarms and all the bells and everything. So when I go live, they're the first ones here. They come here, they stay for hours. As long as I'll go live, they'll be here. They'll continuously comment, even though it gets ignored. You know, they generally have just shady numbers and like it's all just. What else could it be? It's such a strange thing. It's all hard to put it together and see it any other way. Like I say, look at the comments. Look at how they're trying to comment on something, even though they just sound stupid. And instead of actually, like, they always want to make it about me instead of talking about the bigger picture. I don't talk about me. I don't sit here and be like, "Ooh, I'm so great. I'm so great. Look at me," you know. And I don't even ask people to, you know, if you're going to be here, you better agree with me. If you don't agree with me, it's not going to work. You know, I want you guys to tell me what I'm wrong about. I encourage it. And instead of any of it, it's just to pay attention to me. I'm trying to distract. You know, I'm not very smart bullshit over and over again. And it only seems to fit their narrative. It's what they do. When you've been in this as long as I have, I like to compare it to, like, one of the best things in the world to me as far as sports go is to watch a game that Tom Brady is the commentator. And granted, he's in his first year, so like Romo is great to watch as well. But Tom Brady's the best to ever do it. So like Romo is a better example now just because of his comfort level and the way he's good. But Brady's getting, it's Brady. He's gonna do it like a fucking champion. But for me to watch football, like when I watch when I watch football, I see it completely differently than my wife does. You know, I played football. I like football. I watch football. You know, it's one of those things. Like I see penalties, and I see, you know, I just see shit that my wife doesn't see. She watches it from a very casual perspective. She enjoys it. You know, she understands it. She follows football, but you know, and my wife, having been a cheerleader and all that stuff, she watches football from a different perspective than just some dumb girl watches football. She notices more than that. So like there's this progression, like the girl that's just watching football to please her man, doesn't know anything. Then there's the wife who was the cheerleader and tomboy and, you know, knows a little bit about football. Then there's the me who, played a little bit of football, well, just like football. Then you have somebody that went to college and, or, in high school, went all the way through high school and played states, champion, this, that. They're going to watch football. They're going to see things differently. They're going to pick up on more shit than I am. And that just keeps going up. And you go to the college level quarterback who's going to watch it different. Like if you watch, there's a podcast with Eli Manning and Peyton Manning, and they watch a football game. And as they're watching it, they're talking about how they would see it from their perspective in the game.
Calculating things
Right.
differently. And
Look at how this guy's running. Look at this. They're in this kind of blitz. This guy's going to run this way. This guy's going to run that way. It's going to lead this open. It's going, they do all that. They break it down in ways that your dumbass can't do. You don't know what the fuck, and they're accurate 99% of the time. Romo is incredible. You would think Romo would have been a better quarterback with with the way that he breaks it all down.
well, maybe his body just doesn't know what his brain knows it.
Exactly. Like his brain has to work at a genius football level. And that's what I think is happening here, right? I am at that level where I look at things differently than you do. I see the conspiracies differently than you do. For me, I don't have to be told things. I just see them. I'm gonna see the ruse before you will. Like Penn and Teller watching the magic show, the Foolish, right? Like they speak in code. Like they just pick shit up. The average person isn't gonna pick it up. And the little things that Penn and Teller pick up, they say to the magician in ways that Uck and Goyim, who don't know magic, they can literally speak in another language right in front of us, and we don't pick it up. I'm breaking the spin squad, ganged up and ready to go.
Leave her alone, Eek. Eek. I'm not doing anything.
Belch. It's just different, man. I don't know. But it's interesting too because like even at where I am, I've read the Israel Hayom article top to bottom probably 10 times at this point. And it wasn't till the last time I read it that I saw I can't remember what the new part was that I saw. I don't remember what the new part was. I'd have to reread it again. See, it's stuff like that. There's so much to it where you just sort of forget stuff. And what was that thing? We had figured something else out. I'd have to look into it. I'd have to read it. God damn it.
Oh my god. Right in the middle of the city.
So again, do you think all these other countries think that it's Iran attacking them? Oh yeah, that's what it was. That's what we figured out. That what Israel is doing to these girls is akin to the female genital mutilation that the FGM that we all care about when it's the Arabs doing it. Like that's so fucked up. But they're doing it they're doing the same thing. They say it's akin to a circumcision ritual. Well, there's really only one thing that means, and that means the female genital mutilation. I just wish Iran would fucking unload on Israel. It seems like they're gonna get their shit kicked in no matter what. So why don't they just bring the fucking pain? You know, if I was in charge of Iran, that's what I would be doing right now. You guys are obviously just trying to wipe us the fuck out. So, you know, fire everything we have at them. This shit out, which would be, you know, world changing. Like, that would be the most amazing fucking thing. If I woke up tomorrow and Netanyahu was dead and Ben Gavir especially was dead, like, I would be celebrating in ways I've never. That would be something that would make me run out and do like ticker tape parade kind of shit. Normally I wouldn't care that much, but that piece of shit, those pieces of shit being killed would be just music. It would be amazing. And yeah, I don't know, man. This is just so scary. Right there. Why won't they just do it, man? It makes me wonder, like, it makes me wonder about what's actually happening. Because I've heard reports of people who say, look, I have friends in this place or that place, and they're walking around showing video that nothing is happening there. So these reports that we're getting that Iran is attacking this place or that, they might not be true. For all we know, the war is all AI, or at least partially. Right, that exactly. We really don't know. You know, one of the things that always gets to me when it comes to the Palestine situation is where do the videos come from? So many of the times with a video showing the genocide, you have a camera sitting there looking at a building, and then suddenly a missile hits it. Or a bomb hits it or whatever. And it's like, who happened to be filming that at that exact time? Because, it's not like it's a camera that just sits still. The person will and run and shit. So the person just happened to be filming the building at the exact time. And they were just filming it, like, they weren't like passing by and filming it. They were sitting there filming it. And isn't the entire cell phone network in that region, hasn't it been annihilated? So where are these guys getting their ability to upload shit to the internet? I mean, I just don't know, man. And it's scary too, like Matt saying AI. Like, at this point too, they dude, what they can do with AI, it really makes all the Tartaria videos a lot harder to. shit. I muted it. Damn. So I was just talking about all this shit. So I was saying that if you look at Budapest, you look at India, you look at all the architecture that exists, you watch the Olympics, and you see all the Italian architecture, and you see all the European architecture, and you see the architecture all over the United States that, in every downtown in the United States, you have skyscrapers and other sorts of buildings and sewer systems and canal systems and all these things that we can't do today. Our versions of it will be next to the old world version, and our version of it sucks. It's just glass and steel. It's not, there's no art, there's no beauty to it. And I keep saying, like, you're either on one side of that bridge or the other. You either look at that and go, that makes absolutely no sense. There's no way you built the Pentagon, the entire Pentagon, all 7 floors, 2 below ground and 5 above in roughly 15 months, including planning 16 months. It's just not possible. It's not, the concrete can't dry. You can't pour the second basement. You can't pour the first basement, because there's basement 1 and then basement 2 below it. You can't pour the first basement on top of the second basement until the second basement has dried. So right there, that's going to take so much longer than 15 months to do. And to me, there's, when it comes to Tartaria, it sucks because so much of it is, again, what they want us to know. But it's more of just the knowledge of it, that that they've lied to you about everything. So the control scheme that's used to keep you subservient and accepting the idea of take from the Goyim to give to the Jew, just like what happened in the Bible over and over again. That's how we break through it. Like, all these pieces are important to each other in the long run. The Monet we were speaking of earlier. It all just fits together in a way that explains each other. So when you're trying to get other people to pay attention, you have to go with these different things. You have to put that together. You have to put these pieces together. Didn't the building in Sesame Street? I don't fucking know, man. No, I don't want one, so.
You haven't eaten your pizza yet. I figured you wanted
So?
that first.
No, you figured wrong, fat chop. Fat and choppy. Ow, ow, ow. Look at this one fucking. You gotta love it, man. 1 viewer. 2 viewers. What happened to Mary? Mm-hmm.
You gotta have any. Little nerd.
So yeah. So it's about time. the Gulf War syndrome. They literally created the narrative. Like, I actually saw some other broad talking about this. At least talking about Lawrence King. And it was good to see that it's happening. I mean, there's something to the whole spontaneous consciousness evolution sort of thing where, I never think of myself as special. I always figure, like, if I'm saying these things, if I'm talking about these things, there are other people that have to be doing it. And they're probably just as censored as I am if they're actually saying the truth. But I just think this shit is far too easy to see to continue to ignore it. God damn. My nose is a snotty today. Maybe it's because I'm just so snooty. Alright, well, it sure seems like the feed is being quite disrupted. I'm gonna go do other stuff. I appreciate everyone being here. I want you to go check out the new song. Go listen to it again. I want you to find any other narrative you can prove to me different. Make a song about it. That'd be cool. Have a good night, Matt. You too. Everybody just go check out the receipts in the description. Go get your free download. www.bilderberg.group.com. I don't even know why I say it. Just go get it. Whatever. See ya. Have a great day. Pedophiles. Kill yourself. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay.